Hey, collective. Welcome back to part two. This is MC 5D Astrology and Tarot, and we are doing another check-in for the Why Me messages. This is episode 2 of Why Me messages. If you haven't already tuned into the intro to episode 1, make sure you do that in order to understand episode 2. All right. Thank you for coming to the classroom in order to catch a vibe with your girl. I truly appreciate it. Before we get started, I humbly ask before you come in to make sure that you subscribe, like, and turn on those post notification bells in order to make sure you are getting all of the updates for the latest content. I do have a big library, so there's multiple classrooms that I offer that will allow you to get something that's going to help you grow and evolve, something that's going to help you be a better person, something that's going to make you have to look within, and be ready for what's to come ahead, because you all are here for a much greater reasoning than what society may tell you. You guys are not here just to work for someone else or, things of that nature. We're here for a bigger purpose. Okay. All of us have a bigger purpose on our life. So make sure that you tune in and you check into all of that. But I do want to go ahead and get into the Why Me message. And again, this is episode 2. Now, this particular Why Me message, episode 2, was all about why not me? Why not you? Why not me? And the message that I got on my heart to share with you guys is Spirit is saying, why not me? And when you get to a healthy place of realizing that everything happens for you, not to you, and you start to wake up that these things are happening for your greater good, and you realize there's an expansion within your life that needs to take place because the version of yourself that you came into this world as isn't necessarily the version of yourself that you have developed to be. And that has to do with society, the environment you're around, the family and friends that you're around, and how we're all taught by the same system, passive aggressively. And we all live in a world where that passive aggressive has shown in many different shapes and forms. And we're all suffering on a much deeper level. And a lot of people may not want to lead on to that, but they are. A lot of people walk around pretending to be happy because what? We live in a world where everyone plays a character. Everyone knows how to smile and pretend. And we all been programmed to say, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. What can I do for you? Oh, I'm good. I'm fine. And deep down, just maybe 5 minutes ago, you were crying, boo-hooing. Maybe 5 minutes ago, somebody just passed away. Maybe 5 minutes ago, you just had the biggest argument with someone you care about and love, and you don't know how you're gonna get through it. Maybe 5 minutes ago, your house flooded, or your car got a flat tire, or maybe 5 minutes ago, you almost took your own life, or you witnessed somebody taking a life, or you witnessed a death, or somebody passed away. There's so many different things going on in life, right? That we have to realize, why not me? And the reason why it's why not me, and Spirit wants us to come from that place of looking at it as if it's not a bad thing that's happening to you, that the divine is trying to get your attention. We all talk about how we want to, not all of us, but some of us, especially if you come to this channel, then yes, you're in a season of your life where you want to get closer to the creator that made you. You don't want to continue to live a lie. You are not comfortable with people pleasing. You are okay with speaking your truth. You're okay with speaking up for yourself, but you understand there's a healthy way to do it. You're okay with setting boundaries. You're okay with realizing that there was a lot of things that were put on you that you didn't ask for. You're here because you realize that I want to be my authentic self and my authentic character. I don't care who makes fun of me, who talks about me behind my back, who laughs about it, who wants to come and try to pretend to smile in my face. Either way, you see things for what they truly are. Not just yourself, but the world. And when you're able to see the world and yourself in a much deeper, rich tone, then you understand the people and circumstances and why these things around you or other people around you, they're going through what they're going through and you're going through what you're going through. We're all here to awaken and ascend because that birthright was taken from us when we were born. A lot of the growth and development that we should all have, and the spiritual knowledge, which is mental knowledge that we should all have, and the magic we can actually tap into, it's been literally stripped away from us from day one. And everyone has been learning one story, and that is called his story, which we know is history. And everyone has this exciting venture to what? Make history. I want to climb up the ladder of the alpha pyramid scheme. And if I do everything they told me to do, I'm going to be okay. Well, reality is that's not true. For example, the educational system. We breed children, especially we breeded the millennials, to believe, to think that someone else had to teach us a certain skill set that we already have within ourselves, which means we have to go pay someone else to learn. We have to go away from our home to learn. And there's nothing wrong with going away and learning and educating yourself, but it's the system and the strategic methods behind that system that is the problem. Why am I paying to learn? And then after I learn, you want me to pay you back for what I've learned? Make that make sense. My brain came free. My heart and organs and mind and spirit, emotions, everything came free. So if I have a mind that is capable of retaining information and already has information in it that's been suppressed, that the divine is trying to bring to the consciousness, why am I paying a system that doesn't even know how to teach me to tap into that level of consciousness, but wants me to go out and learn something that has nothing necessarily to do with why I'm here on earth, and then they want me to pay them back for that? But yet even what I'm learning ain't really that? Make that make sense. So we have a system in education where you go after high school, we breed the next barrier of slaves, is what Spirit is saying, to say, hey, you have to go to college. You have to go to a university. It has to be a prestige 4-year school, or it just has to be this. It has to be, you better go here. You better do this. You have to take the SAT. You have to take the ACT. You have to do this. You have to do that. Or you have to go to tech school because you couldn't get into a 4-year university or college. We put all these demands on children early on, and this expectation that you have to go and do this. And you have to do it that way, or else there's no other way you can be great in life. And that's not true. A lot of the times children go to school and they ain't learning really nothing. And the ones that do learn something, by the time you've paid this system to help you learn, and they want a return on their investment because they want you to pay them back what you learned, half the system's designed to make sure half of the people that are going to these universities and colleges or tech schools don't even have a job. Don't have a job. Well, really don't have a career, because anyone can get a job, but don't have a career. And career in spiritual world is tied into purpose and legacy. So the community, in many communities, no matter what shade of the rainbow you come from, there's a level of struggle. There's a level of issues that come with that system. And then we wonder why the generations that are meant to lead us, they're sitting here looking at the world like, I don't want to be here. I don't got time for this. I don't want to have to deal with this. This is too much. Because deep down, their spirit knows this ain't even why we came on earth. I did not come on earth to be taught what I've been taught and to do what I've been doing. Something ain't right. Now, some of us question it. Some of us go along with the flow. Some of us wish we can question it, but we're in a place or a stage of our life where people are around us where we can't really speak up. We can't really do anything, whether it has to do with your age, whatever the case may be. But you know deep down something is just not right. It doesn't matter if it's just the education system out in the world. Let's bring it back a notch and look at the education system within the community, which stems from the outside world and the resources and lack thereof that we have. And then that goes back into what? The home. And the home is your parents and or whoever your guardian is, and or if you have siblings. And that educational foundation roots back into the original, the system itself. Because once you come out the womb, the system dictates everyone. Not only do they give us this fake man-made social security number, so that way we don't have the authentic umbilical cord to contact our original social security number given by the divine, they give us all of these things, the illusions, to believe that this is the reality we want to live, that this is the way that it has to be. And we are programmed to believe and to think this. And the only story that is being told is his story. Last I checked, all of us are uniquely similar. And last I checked, all of us have something that this storyline that we keep playing doesn't have. That's why they need us. That's why they want us. And that's especially why they want women to keep reproducing. Because without us, there is no system. There is no story of his, and there is no matrix. There is no amen. There's just what? Us. And us deciding to choose to be in unity, or deciding to choose to go in a new direction. So the next time you ask yourself, why me? Go check out episode 1 of Why Me, and you'll understand. Because then the divine says after that, why not you? Because everyone is in recovery. Oh, if we can see that. Recovery. You see that key? There is a key that only you have that can unlock something much greater than you. And that is your purpose. That is your Akashic records. That is healing power. And the only reason why everyone is the way they are is because we come in a world where they confuse us. Early on, they confuse us. It's confusion everywhere. And they make it what? Bittersweet. So it's time to stop living in this bubble of outside source, this system, society we live in. They know what they're doing because they don't. And it shows with medicine. It shows with their educational system. It shows in the government. It shows in the community and what they put in the community. You got to ask yourself, and this may be a trigger, but Spirit says it is what it is. Why would there be a whole industry created for alcohol beverages, knowing that alcohol kills the vessel? It gives you all of these issues. It gives you cancer. It gives you liver disease. It gives you pancreatic, it does all of these things. It fucks you up. Your intestines, everything else. It's nothing but drinking, rubbing alcohol, literally. But they found a creative way to maneuver it and to, but we also know when you drink, you become what? Impaired. There's confusion, right? And that impairedness leads to what? Vulnerability. And we're not taught how to defend ourselves in certain areas, but they'll give it to us in the system, in society. They'll give us all this stuff. But then guess what happens? They have a system in place for that to what? Make sure they get you right back. Because what? They just want to bring you down off your pedestal. And we come off our pedestal. So then what happens? You have people either killing other people because they were intoxicated. They weren't in the right state of mind. So then what? Someone loses a child. And we're all children. So I'll just leave it at that. I won't say uncle, aunt, because we're all children. Someone loses somebody, right? You end up, your emotions are already all over the place, and alcohol heightens certain emotions. So depending upon what emotion you're in, that gets heightened. And guess what happens? Depending upon how you were raised and where you come from, you may be a little aggressive, or you may be very emotional, or you could be both, or you could just be really just zoned out. Either way, there's a lot of things that come with that. So why would society, why would the people who are educating us give this to us and say, here you go, take it, but say, oh, proceed with caution. Like they say all these things, but yet they know it's not good for us. That's like your mother when she's pregnant with you, eating and drinking and feeding herself something that's going to harm herself, but let alone harm the baby. That's a form of neglect. That's not a good parent, if you ask me. That's not a good educational system put in place within that parent or whoever taught that parent, if you ask me, because it makes no sense. Why would you have access to something like that? So yeah, why not you? Why not you? Because we're all going through something that just doesn't make any sense when you really boil it down to the root of the issue. Because some of these issues, it doesn't make any sense why they're here. Yes, we understand we have to grow and evolve, but when you really think of some of these things, they could really be taken out. It don't take all of this time for growth and expansion. We live in a world where we get so excited for a little victory when it comes to the government and, politics and stuff. For what? What? That's another one of their strings attached to get you just hanging on by a limb on an assembly line of the Ken and Barbie doll. And we're more than that. So yeah, why not you? Why would you not want to be better for yourself? Why would you not want to heal? Why would you not want to wake up? Why would you not want to be emotionally available? Why would you not want to be spiritually in tune? Why would you not want to have physical control over yourself? Why would you want to keep lying? Why would you want to keep pretending? Why would you want to keep wearing a mask and being at work like, and then you go home and you're like, oh my God, my life is over. Like who? Why do you want to keep being, someone who is mentally ill? Nobody walks around, when you really think about it, wanting to be a lot of the low vibrational toxic ways. what happens is you're so conditioned within generations to be like that, that the goal that society sets out is for you to think that you want to be like that, or to think that you can't change that, or to think that those ways can't be changed. We have a bad habit of saying, oh, well, it is what it is. Just I'm just this way and I can't change. Just accept me for who I am. I'm not going to change. I'm too old to change. First of all, if you really want to go there with age, break it down to a single digit. Everything goes back to a single digit. So if you're 55, you're really 10 years old. And if you want to be real, 1 equals 0, 0 equals 1. So you really 0 or you 1, which means how old are you again? So you can learn, you can redevelop, right? You can. You're 36 years old. Oh, okay. Let's break that down. You're really 9 years old. Okay, a 9-year-old. Oh, okay. And you can't change. You can't learn. You can't be taught. Make it make sense. You're 33 years old. Okay, well that means you're what, 6 years old? Oh, okay. But you can't change. You can't be taught. You stuck in your ways. You're 25 years old. Oh, so you're really 7 years old? But you can't change, you can't grow, you just stuck in your ways, you are the way you are. You can't unlearn behavior patterns that don't fit you to learn what really needs to work for you? Or is that just the ego and stubbornness talking? You see, the ego has gotten a hold of a lot of us over so long. And this work isn't an overnight thing, but the whole point of the message is to say, when are you going to stop and say, why not me? Which means, when are you going to stop and change? You want all of these things to come, but yet you're doing it in a toxic way, and that's why you keep attracting toxic things. You want all of this change, but yet you keep indulging and participating in things that are harmful to you and to others. Make it make sense. And the crazy part is, the system is designed to break everyone down so bad, especially the darker melanated community, where the generations are so lost that the spirit is in a cage and the soul is dry. It don't even have no water to quench off of. It's a zombie inside. So no wonder you have people out here doing things with no remorse. No wonder we have narcissists out here, whether you're overt or covert narcissist, and you just out here doing what you do. Or we have people who gaslight, who manipulate, right? Who have to control. Or we have people who are either verbally, mentally, physically, or spiritually abusive. And we think this is okay. And look, it's storming right now, y'all. It's raining hard. The ancestors are in the building. All right, they in the building for y'all. But real talk, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's confirmation enough for me. A lot of us have to start looking outside of the box of what we've been taught. We have to stop wanting to be a part of this fake system. They've literally taken away our creativity and put it externally to us to mirror something that's not true, and we believe that's what it is. So half of us stay on social media all day long. No matter what platform it is, you stay on it all day long. And I'm not talking about the ones that are using it for a purpose to move forward and to enhance their future because they have goals and plans in place for something much bigger. I'm talking about people who just be on there when that energy could be used to playing with your kids and getting to know your kids better, to spending more time with yourself, reading a fucking book. Make it make sense. Learning how to cook, taking up a trade or a skill or a craft, cleaning up your house, cleaning up your mind, listening to something inspirational, listening to music that's actually going to feed your soul versus telling you you're a bitch or you're a hoe or you a nigga or you a dog. How is that feeding you? Because then what? You believe that. And then you start talking like that and operating out of that energy. And then because you believe that's what you are and we're all one, you think other people are like that too. So why you think it's so easy for a man or a woman to call someone a bitch or a hoe or a dog or you this or you that? Because we're all programmed out of the English language to believe that is the only vocabulary there to literally connect with someone else or describe someone else. Why not you? You know what I mean? So that's what Spirit has to say. Yeah, all of us. It's time to wake up. Collective, it's coming to the point, if it hasn't already, where nobody gonna be able just to get away with what they doing no more. When I tell you the universe is gonna start really showing people what's up, some people are in different classrooms. So the grace level varies. But a lot of us, especially the collective I'm talking to, baby, the type of grace you gonna get, is when karma come knocking on your door, because she know all your addresses, even the hidden ones you have in crypto. It don't matter. You can't hide. You confront to hide. But best believe there's so many energies out there that are in tune with that type of energy, because they were that energy at a point in time and they've worked through it. They can see the fakeness from a mile away. They may not speak on it. They may not say nothing on it. Back in the day, they used to probably, and did it in a way that wasn't received. But now we're in a completely different season where a lot of people went hermit mode for a long time. And they're ready to play, yo. And they're coming to play with you guys, because it's time to wake up. It's time to start putting in the work and having the accountability. We have too many children out here that are being abducted. And then the government and everybody says, I don't know where they are. But yet they got satellites in the universe all around. And if somebody were to steal, let it be a drug cartel, they got eyes everywhere. They found Osama bin Laden real quick. So you telling me you can't find a child that got abducted? 9 times out of 10, where'd that child go? They somewhere. They're here. Where are they? They're here. So let's stop allowing society to fool us. Let's stop giving so much power to them. You want real change? Well, guess what? Instead of, and this is another trigger spirit, instead of having people be so quick to want to be a celebrity or play a sport, have they asses doing science, becoming a lawyer, becoming a judge, getting